I've got my very dirty, oh god, don't look at that. I've got my very dirty computer. This computer has been through a lot, so don't judge her. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. So, very excited video for you today. We're going to be reviewing this product right here. I'm so excited because Benefit are up there with their brow game. Like, all of their products are really nice for the brows. I've been enjoying pretty much everything they've come out with so far. For example, the 24-hour brow setter. If you have not tried this is amazing. It's super glue for your brows. Like, this stays. It does not budge. So we're mainly going to be talking about this, and during the video I'm also going to show you how to create a very intense blue and orange makeup look. So I have not opened this up yet. I'm very curious to see the brush. Ooh, okay, so it's a really small bristle brush. So the Fluff Up Brow Wax retails for 34 Canadian dollars. That's too much. That's very expensive for a brow lamination type of product. I don't think I would pay this, even if this made miracles for my brows. 34 Canadian dollars is a very steep price. It's 26 USD. Let me check what's the price of the 24-hour brow setter. Oh, okay, so the 24-hour brow setter is also $34. That's expensive. Oh, and I also just want to mention, Benefit does send me free products, so I did not pay for this. And I also did not pay for any of the Benefit products I'm going to be talking about. But yeah, it's not going to change my opinion on this. Honestly, I would not pay $34 for these products. It's too expensive. For example, I've been using my Yves Rocher mascara, and it's been doing a really good job, and it's like half the price. And Yves Rocher, you always have promotions. Never buy something full price because you always have 50% off, 40% off, 2-for-1s. So that's my little trick to you. But yeah, so this claims to be waterproof, volumizing, and natural, and it's supposed to have a 12-hour wear. I really like what's in here though. So in here you have Candelia, I'm butchering this word, but you have Candelia wax, which is helping with flexibility in the formula. So I guess what this means is that it's not supposed to be crusty and it's not supposed to be like stiff. It's supposed to have some flexibility during the day so that when you do like facial expressions, it's like not bricks on your face. Next, we also have jojoba seed oil, which is nourishing. Jojoba oil is just amazing. I use it sometimes on my hair just to do a really good nourishing type of treatment. And there's also shea butter, which is going to help create a creamy texture, and it's also going to nourish the brow hairs. I've got my very dirty, oh god, don't look at that. I've got my very dirty computer. This computer has been through a lot, so don't judge her. Thank you. So I feel like the reviews are very mixed feelings. So on Sephora, it has a 4.3 star rating, as well as the Benefit website. But looking through the reviews, there are a lot of like contradicting. For example, on Sephora, we have Mini Moni soap saying that this is white and crusty. This product dries white and flaky. It applied clumpy and did not have a very strong hold. We have another bad review saying, I can't understand why this product has good reviews. It made my eyebrows look like a crusty, white, flaky mess. Not worth it. If you want something that literally keeps your brows stuck, just buy the clear brow gel. It does not last at all. I was very disappointed. Although we do have a couple of bad reviews, we also have some really good reviews. Someone is saying, I've tried so many products like this and none compare. There's no white cast, it's buildable but not too heavy, and it's still flexible. Someone is saying that it's amazing. It gives shape and texture that lasts all day. A great value for the quality and the amount of product you receive. I love this one so much. It really puts my straight brows in the right place, making them look fuller. I love the brand's products, and this is another one that won my heart. So as you can see, we have some very contradicting comments. People are saying that this is white, flaky. crusty, and some people are saying that it's not white, it's not crusty, and it's not flaky. But we're going to put this product to the test. I want to start with just doing a wear test. I have some errands to run, so I'm going to be out for a good part of the day, and we're going to do some other tests afterwards. So I'll just remove my brow makeup to reapply them with the brow wax. Okay, so here we go. As you can see, my brows are pretty sparse. So I'll be doing my brows like I usually do. So I'll be using the Rare Beauty Shape and Fill Duo in the shade Taupe, which is so nasty but so practical for an everyday brow type of look. It's very practical because you have the little brush in the product and you also have a spoolie. So I'd like to start with the lighter shade at the front of my brow, and then I grab the darker shade for the ends of my brows. Alright, so here we go. As you can see, I don't really care about my brows too much. I just want to fill them in really lightly. I don't really take a lot of time trying to get the perfect shape because I don't really care. Let's try the Fluff Up Brow Wax now. I'm so curious. I'm kind of scared. Okay, let's see. So far, so good. Oh, woo! Okay. It's definitely giving me laminated vibes. So I'm just going to go on top and shape the brows. That's kind of nice. I did get a little bit of white on some part of my brows, but just trying to comb it out, it removed the white. But so far, like, it's not that bad. It's doing its job. I'm not sure why, but I feel like my brows, like, they're getting clumpy a little bit, like some hair brows are sticking together. I'll just go back in with some of my Rare Beauty Shape and Fill Duo and just fill some areas because I feel like it removed the powder underneath. I can definitely feel that I have something on my brows. Of course, it's a wax, so it is thicker than a gel. First impressions, I think I like it. It does have a lot of flexibility, so it's not too stiff. Like, I do feel like this might not hold. But that's what the wear test is for. We're going to see if it did hold. I was generous, so I did apply a good amount, so we'll see. I'm very skeptical right now because so far, I don't know why, but my brows, they look chunky. Let me zoom in for you. You can see that on certain areas, like for example, right here, like my brows are a little bit chunky and clumped together, especially right here. Okay, so I do see why they say that this is flexible. Like, I was able to reapply some of the product and it did not clump up too much, because sometimes when you reapply product, it just lifts the product that's underneath and makes everything chunky and not pretty. But this, when I reapplied some of the product on top, it just glided on top very nicely. Yeah, this is looking good so far. So that's pretty much that. Let me go run some errands and I'll be right back and we'll see how my brows lasts. Alright, so I'm back. It's been 3 hours since applying the product in my brows. Let's see how it looks. Okay, so here we are. Here is a close-up of my brows now. I looked at the footage I took this morning and my brows were definitely more fluffy. They had more shape. And I feel like now they're just starting to go back into their natural shape, especially my brow right here. As you can see, we have like a sparse area. So yes, I'm not super impressed by the hold, but there's definitely still some shape. Like, I'm not mad at it. It didn't do like the 24-hour brow setter. That one really like makes your brows stay in place. And something also I noticed, like, I'm not sure, you can't really see with my lighting, but in real life I do feel like there's kind of a white cast on my brow. So I feel like if you were to apply a lot of these products, there would be like a white effect on the brow. And now, before I start with the eye makeup tutorial part of the video, I'm going to do a second test where I redo my brows but a lot more intensely, and I do that very intense laminated look just to see how it would look and if there would be a white cast. This time to fill in my brows, I'm going to be using the Precisely My Brow pencil from Benefit in the shade number 3. I really like this brow pencil. It's very fine, but my only like beef with these types of pencils where it's retractable is that you don't have a lot of product. Whenever I buy a brow pencil, I buy a pencil. So for example, if I take the Precisely My Brow pencil and the Gimme Brow volumizing pen, both are $34. The Precisely My Brow pencil has 0.08 grams and the pencil has 1.19 grams. It's a huge difference. Price-wise, go for the pencil. I would not buy this with my own money. $34 is expensive. I would buy this rather with my money. But for the video, I'm going to be using the Precisely My Brow pencil. Okay, so here we go. Brows are filled in. Let me apply the brow wax. So now I'm just going to comb down the top of my brow. I think that looks pretty damn good. That's kind of really nice. For this one, I think I'm just going to comb the brow backward. Oh my god, that looks like a mess. And then comb it up. Okay, so definitely doing the back combing makes the lamination more intense. This one feels like it might move a little, but on this eyebrow, I do feel the hairs really sticking to my skin. So I would probably recommend you, if you want a very intense laminated look, to back comb your brows, just to make sure that the brow hair is really coated all over. But honestly, like this one, I'm not mad. It's looking really pretty. My makeup is going to maybe take me an hour to film. So by the end of the video, we'll see if the wax will have moved. Alright, so before we start working on the eyes, I'm just going to prep my skin. So I'm going to be taking the Yves Rocher Hydra Végétal Ultra Moisturizing Serum. And it's really interesting because it's a really watery texture. Like it's really just water, and I feel like it does do a really nice difference with the makeup on top. Like it makes everything look more dewy and hydrated. So I'm just going to massage this into my face. For my moisturizer, I'll be using the Rich Bitch moisturizer from Freck. I'm obsessed with this moisturizer. It's very lightweight, but it still leaves a nice veil of like cream on the skin, so the skin feels moisturized all day long. All right, and now for my eyes, of course, I'm going to be priming using my MAC Pro Longwear Paint Pot in the shade Painterly. And I'm just going to pat that on my eyelid. For today's video, I wanted to give these another shot. I haven't really use these since my first impressions video. If you have not seen my first impressions video, I'm going to link it somewhere on the screen, so if you want to see it, you can go ahead and watch it, but finish this video first, please. Thank you. I'm going to be taking a good amount of the orange on the back of my hand. I remember that these dry really quickly, so you have to work fast with these. So using a flat compact brush, I'll start to pick up the shade and place it exactly where I want. So I want this shade to be in my inner corners crease. We're going to be doing kind of a halo eye from orange to blue. So I'm just going to start by patting this in my inner crease. So now using a smaller tapered fluffy brush, this is the JH40 brush, I'm just going to start doing very small circular motions to blend the shade out. I'll just wait for this to dry and I'm going to reapply a second coat. Okay, you have to be so light-handed with these because when you layer that shade, it just picks up what's underneath it and leaves it very patchy. That's really annoying. So I'm just going to wait for it to dry completely and try to reapply some of that color on the bold spot. I remember why I didn't really use these. Like every time you go on top with another layer, it just removes anything that's underneath. Like it's so stupid. That's so annoying. I'm going to leave it like that for the time being because I cannot be bothered. Okay, so next I'm going to go with the blue shade and I'm going to be doing the same but on the outer corner. I'm going to wing it out very far towards my brow, the end of my brow. And I'm going to start and blend this towards my crease. I really want a very intense outer corner. Okay, so the shade is packed on. Now with a fluffy brush that has nothing on it, I'm just going to blend the edges. What the heck am I doing wrong with these? This does not look good. How do the makeup artists on Instagram make this look good? Like I've been seeing a lot of like videos on About Face of like makeup artists using these all over their eyes, and it looks so pretty and like so uniform and so colorful and bright, but like it's so patchy. Okay, so I don't think it's going to get any better than this. I've been blending for freaking ever. I'm just going to take some micellar water and clean up some of that blue because that blue got out of control really quickly. Like it's definitely not perfect and it's a little bit patchy, but I think it'll do. And the color is very vibrant. You just really have to take your time and build this shade up. Just because I'm planning on putting a lot of white in my inner corners, I think I'm going to remove some of the orange because from what I'm seeing, I'm sure that the white is just going to turn like a light orange if I put it on top because it's just going to mix with the orange. Okay, so next let's apply the white. So I'm going to apply a bunch on the back of my hand. Right away, this looks like a really pigmented white, so I'm very hopeful. So I'll just grab it with my JH40 brush and I'm going to pack this in my inner corners. Oh, that's bright. Okay, I'm super impressed by this so far. I'll just remove some of the white on the back of my hand and I'm going to start and blend the white out. And of course, it's patching up with the orange, which is nice. So I'm just waiting for this to dry and then I'm doing another coat just to try and make this not patchy. I'm super impressed by this white. It's so white, but I'm very disappointed by this orange. It's so patchy. In the hopes of making the white blend into the orange more, I'm going to do a suicide mission and grab more of the orange and try to tap some of that orange into the white just to help the blending. Hooray for me. I'm scared of doing anything more, so I'm going to leave it like that for the time being. I'm too scared to do more, but I'm super impressed by this white. I really hope that the white will not fail me for this next step. So for the next step, I'm going to be taking a detailed brush, the white, and I'm going to do a line going from my inner corner to the end of the blue eyeshadow on my outer corner. I'm going to start by doing dots to know where I'm going to put the line. So far, I'm impressed by this white because there's a lot of color underneath. Of course, the white is not totally perfect right now. It's not white, but it's very close. I think I'm going to wait for this to dry, do a second coat, and we should be good. While this liner dries, before doing the second coat, I'm going to draw a circle on the end of that line. So the circle isn't perfect, but I think I'm going to use the back of a brush and stamp the white on. I'm hoping that it's going to look good. I'm hoping it'll work. Not bad. It's big, but it's not bad. I think I'm going to take some more blue with a detailed brush and I'll carve out the blue. I'm kind of liking where this is going right now. I like the fact that the outer corner is like more rounded, so I'm going to go with it. I'm going to apply some more blue. Okay, so my too much gene is kicking in. I need to stop. So as you can see, I applied the blue all over the circle and I think I like that better. But now I'm going to do the outline winged liner. Actually, I think that it's going to be too much. I'm thinking I should do a normal wing. So I think I'm going to do a normal wing. Okay, so I'm going to leave it like that. I kind of like the fact that the line is not going on my lash line. Like it's just on the outer corner, so I think I'm going to leave it like that. Now I'm going to correct the circle. Okay, oh, I'm tired. This is taking a long time, but I like the outcome. I'm not mad. Okay, so just going to curl my lashes and apply my mascara. I'm going to be taking the Lash Rocket mascara from Freck. And today is a very special day because I'm going to be applying false lashes. I feel like this makeup look calls for false lashes. It's so intense. So I'm going to be taking the Naked Lashes from Ardell Professional. These were sent to me. I think I'm going to be taking the style 422. The style 422 is more of like a fluttery outer corner effect. So I think it's going to look good with that very intense outer corner we have going on. So I took it and I just cut the outer corner a little bit because they were too long for my eyes. And I'm going to be taking the duo glue, right? I'm just going to wait for it to get tacky. By the way, the brows are holding on. Wow, okay, these are so pretty. Do you see that? Okay, I should wear lashes more often. That's so pretty. Okay, so now I have to do the other eye. This took so long. So I'm just going to do the other eye off camera and I'll be right back. Can we take a moment and appreciate this makeup look? I'm obsessed. It's so nice. And by the way, I don't know why, but on this eye, it was so much easier to use the About Face liquid eyeshadows. I think I didn't take too much time because I was over it. I was over this makeup look. So I went really quickly with the eyeshadow. And I feel like when you go really quickly and when you don't like wait and tap the shade on and wait and tap the shade on, it's not as patchy and it's a lot easier to use. So maybe I think I need to play with these more. So let's start working on the complexion. So for my primer, I'm going to be taking the Rare Beauty primer. This is the Illuminating one. So as you can see, this primer is so beautiful. It gives a nice shine and it's also moisturizing. Since I really want my skin to be dewy today, for my foundation, I'll be using the Milk Sunshine Skin Tint in the shade Fair. And I'm just going to blend this in using my Rare Beauty foundation brush. This foundation is beautiful. It has a really nice amount of coverage and it's dewy and very hydrating, and it also has an SPF. For my bronzer, it's been a hot minute since I last used this. This is the Tower 28 Bronzino in the shade West Coast. If you want to look like a glowy goddess, this bronzer is like, do you see this? This is so shiny. This bronzer gives a lot of luminosity. I'm just going to pick it up with my sponge, my beauty sponge, and I'm going to dab that in the hollows of my cheeks. And I forgot to do my concealer, but that's not a problem. I'm going to be taking the Yves Rocher concealer in the shade 50 Rosé. And I'm going to apply this on my under eyes, and I'm also going to add some under my cheeks just to give more structure. For my blush, I'll be using the Cheek Slime blush from Freck. This is in the shade Cuffed, which is a peachy warm shade. I think it'll tie nicely with the warmth of the orange on our eyes. And I'm just going to grab some of that with my duo fiber brush, and I'll just dab that on the top of my cheeks. And for my highlight, to keep it in the cream category, I'm going to be taking the Rare Beauty liquid highlighter in the shade Enlighten. Oh, this highlight is just gorgeous. It's so pretty. It layers beautifully on top of foundation and it dries kind of like a matte texture, like it's not sticky. So I'm just going to dab that with a brush on top of my cheek. For my lips, I think I want to keep it simple. I'm going to be taking the Makeout Club Soft Blur lipstick in the shade Freck Rust. These are really nice. They're very comfortable and very pigmented. What do I want to use? This is a lot more bright and red than what I was expecting. Yeah, no, I want to go for something more nude. So let me grab another shade. Okay, but before applying my lipstick, I'm just going to be using the Rich Bitch Lip Balm. This is new. Freck did send this to me, and honestly, I really like this. This is a very lightweight lip balm, and it's super moisturizing. Very hydrating. So I'm just going to apply, and I'm just going to line my lips using the Yves Rocher Lip Contour Rouge Elixir in the shade number 1, which is a nice brown shade. And I'm going to be applying the Kaleidos Cloud Lab Lip Clay in the shade Bear, which is a really nice nude pink shade. Okay, I think this is the first time I use this shade and I'm obsessed. This lip shade is just gorgeous. So to finish this eyeshadow look, I'm just going to take a little bit more blue with my JH40 brush, and I'm just going to apply the smallest amount under my eye just to give some dimension and just to put something down there. And just to give some shine to my lips, I'm going to be taking the M Cosmetics Lip Cushion Tinted Lip in the shade Mona Lisa. This is the most beautiful nude shade, and it gives a really nice shine. I feel like it does have like a sheen, kind of like a highlight, but in this lipstick. So it gives a lot of dimension. I'm just going to apply this on top. All right, so here we have it. This is the finished makeup look. I'm absolutely obsessed. Now let's assess the brows. So looking at my brows, yeah, I feel like I lost some volume. I feel like some of my brow hairs are not at the same place as I place them. So I don't think that this brow wax does have a lot of staying power. Like, my brows are definitely pretty, they're definitely kind of like laminated, but if you compare to before, it's definitely not as laminated as it was. So overall, I do like it, but do I prefer it to the 24-hour brow setter? Nah, I prefer the 24-hour brow setter. If you don't like when your brows are kind of like almost glossy, maybe go for the brow wax because this has a matte finish. The 24-hour brow setter is more on the shiny side. And then we also have the Give Me Brow Gel. This one is really nice if you want to add color to the brow. For example, the way I use this, I do my brow pencil, I do my clear brow mascara at the front of my brow, and then I take this one on the end of my brow because I don't have as much hair on the ends. So I just use this to fill in certain sparse areas. So this is also a product that you could keep in mind. But for the sake of testing this product, on the Benefit website they said that if you want, on top of the brow wax, you could apply this. So I will try this right now. I'm scared because layering product sometimes is not a good idea. By the way, this is the shade number 3 of the Give Me Brow Gel. I'm kind of really loving this effect. Wow, my brows are very intense right now, but I'm loving this brow gel on top of this brow wax. They look full and they look like they're all mine. Like, it doesn't look like they're super drawn in. There's still a lot of texture, and now that I used this, there's more staying power and there's more color. So honestly, if you want something very intense, if you want to make your brows look so fluffy and so intense, yeah, I think the wax with the gel is amazing. But are you really willing to pay $34 for the wax and $34 for the brow gel? I feel like this is starting to be very expensive just to achieve this, but if you really want to find something to create a very hairy, intense brow, this combination is the way to go. Final verdict on the brow wax. I don't find this to be crusty. I don't find this to have a white cast. It's definitely very flexible, and I do agree with the claims that the product said. So yeah, that's pretty much all for today's video. I really hope this was useful. Also, let me know if you have tried the brow wax so far. I'm really curious to get your opinion. Do you love it? Do you hate it? But yeah, so that's pretty much it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave a like. You can also subscribe to my channel. I put new videos sometimes. I'm trying to put up my videos every single Mondays. I'm trying. Please bear with me. But if you like what you're seeing, then don't forget to subscribe. And that's it. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.